Ladies and gentlemen, the cameras had always loved them. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa, the golden couple of daytime television, appeared untouchable. Their smiles were flawless, their chemistry undeniable. Interviews described them as the ultimate power couple, and fans around the globe had followed their love story like a modern fairy tale. Yet, behind the perfect Instagram posts and glossy magazine spreads, a storm had been quietly brewing. It started subtly. Mark noticed the changes first. Small, almost imperceptible. Kelly, who had once laughed at his bad jokes until his cheeks hurt, had begun to seem distant. She'd dismiss his texts with a quick emoji or a curt reply. Dinner conversations felt rehearsed, like scenes from a show that had run one season too many. Mark told himself he was imagining things. After all, they had survived Hollywood, the grueling morning show schedules and parenting challenges together. He believed their love was unbreakable. But deep down, the unease gnawed at him, a shadow lurking behind every smile. Then came the night that changed everything. It was a quiet Wednesday, the kind of night where the city hums softly and the world seems at peace. Mark had returned from a late meeting, expecting the comforting sight of Kelly preparing for the next day's show. But instead, he found her sitting on the couch, her eyes red, phone clutched in her hand. "Mark, we need to talk," she said, voice trembling. Mark's stomach sank. That tone, that look. He had heard it before, in lesser arguments, but never with this weight, this gravity. "Kelly, what's wrong?" he asked, trying to mask his rising panic. She shook her head. "It's complicated. I don't even know where to start." Mark sat beside her, taking her hands in his. They had held hands through premieres, through awards, through the most chaotic years of their lives, and yet tonight he felt a distance he couldn't bridge. "I think you've been keeping something from me," he said quietly. Kelly's gaze dropped. I didn't want you to find out like this." Mark's mind raced. The only confessions in Hollywood he knew were either financial scandals, career betrayals, or personal betrayals. "Kelly, tell me," he urged. Tears streamed down her face. I made a mistake, a huge mistake, and it's been eating me alive. I never meant for it to happen, and I never wanted to hurt you." Mark's heart thudded painfully. He gripped her shoulders. "What kind of mistake?" She swallowed hard. It's about us, about what I've been feeling. I've been distant, emotionally distant, and someone else tried to fill that space." Mark froze, the words like ice in his veins. "Someone else?" Kelly nodded, unable to speak further. The room was silent except for the ticking clock. Mark's mind spun. He tried to reconcile the woman he loved with the revelation before him. How could the person he trusted more than anyone be sharing something so devastating? You betrayed me," he whispered, barely audible. "No, it wasn't like that," Kelly cried. "I never crossed the line. I never physically, emotionally, I leaned on someone, but it meant nothing compared to us." Mark wanted to believe her. He wanted to reach out, to hold her and tell her that love could survive this, that they had survived worse. But the doubt, the hurt, the sense of betrayal, it was overwhelming. "How long?" he asked, his voice cracking. Kelly looked away. "Months. I tried to end it in my head, but every time I tried, I felt trapped. I didn't know how to tell you." The next day, the world would be oblivious. The cameras would roll, the lights would shine, and the audience would expect the same morning energy from Kelly and Mark. But behind the scenes, their relationship was shattered. Mark decided to address it not with the world, but with honesty. He picked up his phone and recorded a message that would never air on live television, but one day, he knew, would reach the public. "Fans," he said, staring into the lens, his voice steady but heavy with emotion. "Kelly and I have shared our lives with you for years, and you've seen us as a perfect couple. But perfection doesn't exist. We've had challenges, as all couples do. And recently, I discovered something that hurt me deeply, something that shook my trust. This isn't easy to talk about, and I hope you understand that I'm still processing my feelings. I love Kelly, and we're trying to figure things out. But betrayal, it's complicated. It changes you. I hope one day you'll understand the truth from us, not from rumors." He stopped recording and stared at the ceiling. Fans around the world would never know the pain he felt that night. They would never see the tear-streaked faces, the broken conversations, the long hours spent pacing the room, trying to figure out if love was enough. And yet deep inside, he realized something crucial. Betrayal was a turning point, not the end. If you've been moved by this story, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on Mark Consuelos and other important stories. And in the comments below, share your messages of love and encouragement for Mark and Kelly.